transfers, we were talking about that. It does seem great, especially when there's 0% for your balance transfer or 1.5 until a certain date. But a couple of things you need to realize on that is there is a fee for making that transfer. A lot of times it's 3% of whatever you're transferring. And then if you are late, one time they raise the rate to whatever they have. And now the new law is when they're going to raise your rate, they have to give you 45 days notice on that, so you will know that your rate is going to increase. So they do sound great, but they're not always so grand when you do the balance transfers. Statements, they've changed also. The biggest change on the statement is stating that if you made the minimum payment, then how long it would take you to pay it off. On this one, I want you guys to see the balance on this credit card. It is $1,784. Not too bad for a credit card. If you pay only the minimum payment, it's going to take you 10 years to pay off that amount, that $1,784. And the minimum payment on this one was $53. If you increase it to $62, which is not much to increase it, it goes to 3 years. So you've taken 7 years off paying that, and you've saved $1,052 in interest. So that's pretty good on that. I have another example. I put in that we have a credit card. The balance is $5,000, and the rate on this one is 13.49. Minimum payment $100. It's going to take you 21 years to pay off $5,000. If you pay the minimum payment, you've been charged interest of $5,612. So you're paying more interest than you had to begin with on that credit card if you pay just the minimum payment. If we change that just a little bit, have that same amount, $5,000 at 13.49%. I want to pay it off in 2 years instead of my 21 years. My payment does go up quite a bit. It goes up to $239. However, I've only paid $733 in interest, if you can swing that. That's just an example of how you can get caught up in these credit cards. And it is easy just to pay the minimum balance. And I know you guys are in school, you're not working, so it's either pay the minimum balance and keep your electric, or the other way around. But after you get out and you get your great paying job, you need to increase those payments if you do have a credit card.
Wouldn't it be better just to get a personal line if you had something come up and you know you're going to...
It would be better if you can, and that's where the credit comes in. You know, keeping your credit good so that you can go qualify for those loans. They do have tight restrictions on personal loans if you're doing unsecured, so that is something to think about also. Getting the most from your credit card. Of course, you need to pay on time. Things that go on your credit report if you pay 30 days past due. If you pay the 15 days past due and you do have that extra late fee and your rate has gone up, it still doesn't reflect on your credit report. That is on any loan, anything that you do 30 days past due.
So every time that you pay past 30 days, you get something on your credit report?
Yes, there is what we call a ding on your credit. If you are 60, 90, 180, they have numbers marked on your credit report for that, and it will tell how many times in the past. It usually does about 2.5 years worth of history on that. Some of them are less, but most of them are about 2.5 years. So 2 years ago, you had a hardship and got those dings on your credit. My advice on that is just to make sure that you keep up with, during that hardship, with what you've got, why you're paying late, until you get yourself back on track. So the next one is stay below your credit limit. Even though we're late, it's going to increase our interest rate. If you go over your credit limit, they also give you a fee and they increase your credit rate. Your interest rate. So that is something that you do not. That's an easy thing to keep your interest rate low, is just to watch your credit available on that. It shows that every time on your your statement that you get. It says avoid unnecessary fees. One of those we've talked about is your annual fee, the limit fee, your late fee. Those are things that you can control. Pay more than the minimum payment, which we just went over how much that can save you. If you pay just a little extra, it can take a lot of years off of the payoff and interest. And watch out for changes in the terms of your account. With the new laws out there, they do have to give you adequate time to see that your account is changing. Make sure you open your statements. A lot of people don't open them, they just pay the minimum payment, or they open it, get the little slip off, write the minimum payment down and go. Make sure you're paying attention to what's on your statement. And sometimes they make mistakes too. So if you think that there is a mistake, call and talk to them about it. Do you guys have any questions on that? Okay, moving right along. Talked about the new laws. Under the new rules, your credit card company cannot charge you a fee of more than $25 unless one of your last 6 payments was late, or your credit card company can show that the cost it incurs as a result of the late payment justify that amount. If your credit card company increases your card's APR, it must tell you why, and again, it has to give you a 45-day window on that. So those are some nice.
So the $25 fee, is that like interest and everything, or is that just?
Yeah, that's just a fee,
a fee.
like a late fee and
late
all
fee.
that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like if you pay late and say your check bounces, do they charge you late? Like 35 for the check and then 25 for late?
And plus your bank's going to charge you.
It's
So there's
nasty.
this one first.
So don't do that.
Okay. I don't know if you guys try to zoom in just a little more. One of the things the credit card companies, we talked about, they can increase your rate if you have something else with them and it is in bad terms. But when you go to get a loan, like from a personal loan, the banks look at your credit report, of course. On your credit report, of course, that is your identity, your existing credit, public records, and inquiries about you. On the public records side, if you have a collection out there, it's going to show. Medical, your cell phone bill. Cell phone companies do not report good credit. Just so you guys know that, they do not report good credit, but as soon as you are late or don't pay them, they slap on the bad credit. So a lot of people haven't realized that with the phone companies. There's a lot of people out there charges from phone companies shown on their collections. They get mad at that company and they say, well, I'm not paying it. They slap the collection on you, it's on your credit report. So that is something I've tried to let a lot of people know about, because many people don't know that and they just think, well, I'm just not going to pay them. It does come back to haunt you. Those phone companies, they also look at your credit report when they go to give you service. They don't have to give that to you if they think there's something negative on your credit report that they don't want. Inquiries about you, how many places you've been. If you have gone to 3 other banks before you come to me in the same day, I can see where they pulled your credit. Biggest thing on that is when you go to a car dealership, don't let everybody pull your credit. You just need to tell them what you want. They can narrow it down to a company for you. They don't have to let 5 or 6 companies pull your credit in one day.
They done my wife that way before we got married. And where she ended up buying hers, they told her that they called it shotgunning her credit. Wherever they sent it to like 6 places and everyone on board at the same time.